Hi everyone, thanks for coming today and checking out my live um, video on Facebook. It's my Lunchtime Live Divine Messages with Donna Marie, that's me. I'm going to do my best to try to keep up with the comments, but if you would like to have a message today, please just let me know in the comments. And um, I always like to start off my live event by just letting everybody know that, I only ask for messages of the best and highest good. There's no doom and gloom here. Asking Spirit to share through the light, there's never darkness. Um, you can't have darkness when you're in the light. So, thank you for allowing us to have time together today and for being able to share Spirit divine messages with you. I choose often to pick a card to get the ball rolling for you. Everyone is familiar with tarot cards and oracle cards and inspirational cards. And if you go over to my site, DonnaMarieCrawford.com, you'll find that I even offer a 30-day inspirational kind of offering that you can receive just by signing up to be on my VIP list. And I think my VIPs would um, share with you that there are many great benefits to being part of our group and staying in touch and discounts and bonuses and all kinds of things. So go on over to DonnaMarieCrawford.com, check out the offerings, the VIP group that I offer, and look forward to connecting with you there. Now, I'm going to start off with a card for everyone in the world that's needing a little bit of support right now. Good morning, Cecilia. I love that name. Um, that was my grandmother's name, and my sister was blessed to be able to be the one that got it as a middle name. So, love that name. Thanks for joining me today, Cecilia. Um, the deck that I'm using today, I was going through my box of cards. So blessed to have a variety and um, know divinely guided every time I pick the deck. So I encourage you to do that as well. But today, I'd like to start off with a reading for everyone from my spiritual reading cards from Sylvia Brown. Sylvia was really, she used to be on Montel Williams' show. Bob and I even got to go and see a taping of that show, which was kind of a fun experience. Going to New York is always fun. But then just being part of that and seeing how it ran and um, really, I do believe she's a honest, true soul that was in life to share with others that there is possibilities for this. That we can connect with messages and that our loved ones don't leave us, and that creator of all, divine creator, supports each and every one of us in our own special ways. So she really was supportive to me in allowing me to have more belief in the possibilities. So yeah, I really feel so connected to her even as she's in spirit. Um, so today, what I feel this deck is wanting to share with everyone, all of us, to have the experience of a message to brighten our day. Sometimes a smile or a kind word can be stronger than any medicine. Oh, we all need that. Hey, Rena, we all need that kind of a message in this time in our journey. And I can just try to put that card up. I'm trying to do the chat and make sure that you folks can see this card. The smile, often just a gesture to someone, and receiving one, we all know how that feels. So I just encourage everyone, just share a little bit of kindness, unexpectedly, even with someone. If you're feeling inspired to do that, allow yourself to. We really do need to um, spread the love a little bit more. And when we do, then that ripple starts. And they then go on to the next person. And perhaps, I think it was Oprah years ago that brought that out. That, a random act of kindness. Thank you. That's what she used to call it. And I think we really all can um, be aspired to do that and allow ourselves to feel it and have that connection with another. Um, So important in this time. So if you do and feel compelled to have a message from Spirit, please just put a little note in the comments. In there, you'll also find a link to my site, DonnaMarieCrawford.com. That's where all my offerings are, everything that I'm able to share with others through me from Spirit. A variety of things for all comfort levels. And I have a wonderful group also, freetobepsychic.com. I really I feel so blessed to be connected with the souls that are there, and we have monthly meetings and a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun last night all together. So, um, Cecilia, I'm going to ask Spirit to bring a message through from this deck with Sylvia. I know you loved her too, um, and continue loving her. Keep that in mind. You know, she was such a force to be reckoned with in life. I know she continues to support me um, because of how meaningful she was in my life while she was in life. And when we can really get comfortable with knowing that our essence, our energy, is still present with those that we connect with in whatever way it is, it's very comforting. And I've just had too many experiences not to believe that anymore. So I'm asking Spirit to bring a message through for Cecilia. And today, Cecilia, Spirit wants you to know. Oh, I see a beautiful butterfly. Always catches my eye. My sister is definitely significant in spirit in my life, and she's a butterfly girl. It's your choice to make life easy or difficult, Cecilia. So choose to live with gratitude, loyalty, and commitment. And I feel as if I need to share, um, to add on to that message, that's your normal state, Cecilia. You are good at that. You do that a lot. You do show gratitude. You are very loyal, and this is really a validation card, I think, Cecilia, that it is your choice and you are realizing that, and that really is where free will comes in. So keep asserting your free will and choose that positivity. That really is where I feel most of us don't even have that information. Like, we think free will is what I'm going to eat or what I'm going to wear, but it really has to do with what goes on within and what choices we're making and what we're following. When it comes to that inner talk that goes on, we're all guided, and we know the guidance for sure from Spirit because it always feels good, and that felt good. Thank you, Cecilia. I always want to add too that if you feel that something's connecting with you that's being given to someone else, then it is meant for you. It truly is. Spirit works in mysterious ways. Another thing, I have all those old phrases, and it's true. You can get messages through any means, sense, form, reading, writing, smelling, whatever connects with you and makes a click within you that it's meant for you, then it is. All right. So, Christine, thank you for being here. I'm going to ask Spirit to bring a card for you that is meant for your best and highest good today, and words of encouragement. You'll notice I only share through the light, and those are the kind of things, messages that come through. Oh, there you go, Christine. What you worry about now will resolve itself if you're patient and let your chart unfold. We often talk about our astrological charts, and there are many ways of interpreting energy. Um, so, whatever it is that's currently in that forefront of worry for you, Christine, know that it's okay to not feel the urgency of having to take care of everything all at once. I feel that what Spirit's trying to share with you, and I love the upstretched arms in this photo. Always look at photos of the cards that you receive as well. If there's anything on there, it will often give you an additional special message just for you. But this is giving me that there is two sides to things, and by realizing that when we worry, we're putting out energy in a direction of unwant. So try to bring that back in. And as a friend of mine I used to work with who was from Jamaica, she used to say to me, why worry when you can pray? And when I think of pray, I think of speaking to Creator and asking for help, asking for anything I need guidance on. Um, I was raised that, maybe I shouldn't think I'm that important to talk to Creator directly, and perhaps that's the case for you as well. But know that we are all connected and we all have a direct line, and Creator's always there. So try to keep that worry, what we would define as worry, doesn't feel good. That's the energy we don't want to have ourselves stay stuck in, because when we dwell in something for too long, it turns to misery when it doesn't feel good. Let's dwell on the other side of the hopefulness of and notice the difference. There's no misery in hope. Thank you. Okay, now Lori Ann, thank you for being here today and requesting spirit guidance. As we know, it can apply to many of us, but I know that this one is going to be asked for just for Lori Ann and asked for her best and highest good. What is meant to be given today to Miss Lori Ann? Purple is the first thing I see. I'm a purple girl. This is a temporary place, Lori Ann. Your real home is on the other side. So live life to the fullest. A lot of us who are really etheric beings, we're drawn to new age um, modalities. We're wanting more etheric experiences here. We sometimes come to the conclusion that this is not where we're supposed to be, that this is not a world for etheric beings, that we feel far and few between. But I want to share with you, Lorianne, that that is not the case. And this is, even though it can seem like a very long time for us, it really is a short time of us assisting in all that is by being here, having experiences, creating that energy of experience to then contribute to those that come before us, as those that come after us, pardon me, they jumped me ahead, as those before us did for us. The kids laugh at me, but I often say, if we look at Star Trek, the original Star Trek, and the set that they had there, and they were behind it blinking the flashing lights to make the controllers work, and it was cardboard, and that sparked imagination. That brought all the electronic things that are coming out that are in life now. I was just talking to my Joy in Connecticut, 10-year-old little Harley Ann, and I said, we didn't even have microwaves when I was your age. And she said, well, how did you cook? I just love this little one. We did. So this is temporary, but we are meant to live fully, full out. If you want to try something, do something, try not to put it off. Okay, Lorianne, it's really, really critical that we keep having experiences. Be comfortable with who we are, even when we're not surrounded by like energy. There's a lot of like energy, and thank you for being here, because we're all together right now. And when you realize that this is just part of your journey, you'll find that it is a more full experience. Staying in that present. That's what Spirit's asking me to give you. Stay in the present. Don't keep thinking about what's to come. You're missing out on the presents. Okay, Rena. Oh, I love you, Miss Rena. Thank you for being here. I feel your energy so strong, and support and love and giving. And I ask Spirit to bring forward the best and highest message for you today, Miss Rena. So I got to go over here. I love that. You can only honor your mother and your father or anyone else if these people are honorable. Um, you know, Sylvia was so. Oh, it's giving me a full body feel here, Miss Reno. You can only honor your mother and father or anyone else Can apply to anyone. But you know, we have that teaching, honor thy mother and father. And um, God bless all the wonderful mothers and fathers out there, but there are a full variety of beings in life and experience at any given time. And we have a full range of vibrations, from the very horrible to the most wonderful you could ever imagine, and everything in between. And as we have those different degrees of things and things that resonate with us, we come to realize that not everybody is a great parent, or not everybody is always looking out for best interests. It doesn't have to just be our parents, it can be anybody in our journey. So know that as we have been conditioned and taught to honor certain people, roles, experiences, if it doesn't feel that it resonates with you and that it's not on your scale of what is honorable, it's okay. You don't have to adjust your standards or your feelings of things. Pardon me. Oh, Mr. Oreo's coming live with us. Um, it really is meant to be um, your choice in those matters. It doesn't have to be um, just because. Thank you. Oh, that's a good way to say it. It can't just be just because. It truly is meant to give you the ability to include in your journey those that you feel are within your good range on your gauge. We all have experiences and relationships that can be confusing. So, Rena, that one's for you. I hope it resonates and gives you that guidance and support and validation that you're needing, and anyone else as well that got that message and really felt um, the release of what we've been programmed and taught into what feels right for us. That is really always what Spirit advocates through me, and I'm grateful to be sharing that with you today. Miss Katrina, thank you for being here. I'm so honored to have you present and having your energy shared with the group. When we come together, we really do have the power to amplify things. I love crystals, and quartz crystals always amplify energy. Um, it's not mysterious. We're finding ways of discovering how it's real. But thank you, Miss Katrina, for being here. I feel your energy is just so radiant. And I ask Spirit to bring a wonderful message to Miss Katrina today. Beautiful yellow and green. There's never an easy way to do anything worthwhile. Through hard work, you learn. With this, there's a lot of words on there that can spark feelings within people. But there's never an easy way to do anything worthwhile. We have definitions of easy, hard. If I hear work, I tend to shut off a little bit. I don't want to have to work at things. But it's not really work, the message that's coming through, Katrina. What I'm hearing is it's repetition. Oftentimes for me, I'm famous for telling everybody I sometimes have to go the long road and do something over and over and over and then over again to really have it resonate within me, to either identify it as desired or not. And I've taken the long road, but I've gained a lot of experience along there. So when they're saying the easy way, know that it doesn't necessarily have to be a direct route. Sometimes it's a roundabout route. But I was so gracious and grateful to receive and able to share with you now that the long way is the scenic route, and you gain much more experience. And there is true ability to grow. Learn makes it sound as if it's like you have to go to school and this, that. No, it's experience, and we gain experience, and as we gain experience, we expand. And that's where the learning comes in. So thank you for letting me share that with you, Miss Katrina. Keep on going, and I just want to show you that card. I was just told, pick it up one more time. If you see, it looks like a circle, But look at how beautiful that is when you watch someone using one of those ribbons. It's just flowing. And that is what our journey is, even if it feels as if it gets caught every now and then and not easy, but it truly is meant to be in flow. And you got this one. So thank you for being here. Okay. Jess Marie. I'm Donna Marie, so welcome for, a kindred name and your energy as well. It really feels as if you're um, present and receiving messages through others as well. So thank you for allowing us to receive messages through the one that's made just for Miss Jess Marie. Bring only the best and highest good. Okay, Miss Jess Marie. This is, I love castles. I'm so intrigued by castles. There's a picture of a castle. If you had a bad childhood, use that experience to make yourself stronger. Be a survivor. Not everybody has already came through for someone, has the leave it to beaver, I know, aging myself, but that's okay, experience of perfect parents and everything provided and no wants or needs or no fights or none of that, and I honor those that are in the opposite and anything in between. But oftentimes we'll start to think about things that happened in the childhood just to try to figure out what's going on now, right? Know that as you're doing that, you'll find the reassurance that just like you, those before us, they do the best they can, the best they know, and or not. And it's up to their choices and their free will. And when we are children, we don't have choices in that environment. But we're not meant to. We are meant to grow from the experiences. Oftentimes, when you have the undesired, it identifies the desired. So keep that in mind. And I feel the be survivor has nothing to do, this last line, with the first one. So let me show you that card. I feel the be a survivor is your motto. And you know that no matter what happens in this journey, and it's from all your experiences, not just childhood, all your experiences, you will find that you are a survivor, that you do prevail in moving forward towards the direction of your desire. And nothing's going to stop you. So that's what I'd like to share with you, Miss Jess Marie. Nothing is going to stop you. Don't allow yourself to stop you either. There's no experience that's meant to stop us from having our next experience. It's always meant to prepare us for the next experience. And when we look at the undesired leaves us to the next experience, which is meant to be desired. And that's what Spirit wanted me to share for you and for everyone else listening. In the comments, I have it pinned for my website. If you're interested to have a private session with me or just find out about the different offerings that I have, I am privileged to have, I think there's 2 spots open for mentoring clients right now. And I also, meet individually with you at different increments and different modalities, ways of meeting. So go on over and check that out. I'm always honored to connect with individuals or even groups. I'm blessed to have a little house party on Zoom a couple weeks ago. It was just lovely. All right, Leslie, thank you for being here and allowing the Spirit to bring a message through for you that others may very well connect with as well. Right now, we're asking for Miss Leslie for only the best and highest good. All right, let's see here. Love yourself and all the good in you. Then others will feel it and love you too. Very often we just don't understand how loved we are by others. And it's okay to have to feel the love from others, to feel more love for yourself. But don't have to have that. believe and know that we were all brought here as divine, innocent, beautiful souls. And um, look at some baby pictures, Miss Leslie. You will see that beautiful soul that came into this life. And then look at the next year and the year after that. And you will see that you are a divine being and you are meant to love yourself, regardless of anything else. Um, we are meant to know that we are meant to be individual. And with that, love each and every one. We can look at each flower and know that it's okay for them to be different and love them. Let's do that to ourselves. And I feel the flower comparison was meant just for you, Miss Leslie. You're going to know what that means. Love yourself and all the good in you. Then others will feel it and love you too. We don't see in ourselves what others do so often. And I do feel, Miss Leslie, that if there's souls around you that you could ask to give you a word to describe yourself, you'd be really surprised what they had to say. So Spirit's just encouraging you with that as well. If it's a way to help you build up the trueness of who you are. All right, Miss Amy, thank you for being here today. I ask Spirit to bring through a message for Miss Amy of only the best and highest good. And thank you for being here, Amy. Your energy is so... Oh, I just connecting with you and asking Spirit for a message for you. I just really feel the light. Take care of your body, Miss Amy. Don't do anything to excess. Your body is your temple. I'm famous for that, so I'm going to just tell you I can relate to this message myself as well as sharing it with you. Taking care of your body means, we used to call it a weekend warrior when I was younger of, you would just do all of this activity on the weekend, and by Sunday night you were like, oh, I can't even lift my arm. I did football and I did this and I walked in the parade and I went swimming and boating and water skiing and holy mackerel. So slow down the demand on your physicalness and allow yourself to get proper sleep. Really important, Amy, because we don't get sleep and then we think the machine is going to work, the body. We need it for mind, body, soul. It's so interesting to me. We have 24 hours in the day and we break it into mind, body, soul. Each should be devoted an 8-hour chunk if we're going to divide it up evenly. And Spirit needs that uninterrupted connection to have all that divineness that comes through uninterrupted, not argued with, so that we can get through that next day. So make sure you get that rest, but go easy on your body. And if you're going to start an exercise routine or some kind of new physical activity, don't jump in the deep end if you're not warmed up, gotten your ability to get your mechanism up to that level. I hope that makes sense. Thank you so very much. All right, Miss Charlene, thank you. I love you for being here. This is a wonderful experience for us all, and you are a contributor to that experience, as well as my wonderful other half, Mr. Bob, always here supporting me, and appreciate that. And Spirit wants you to know, Miss Charlene, animals are the most perfect of God's creations and deserve your unconditional love. I know that sometimes we're known as animal freaks. We're known as strange or overboard, but those of us that really do allow a deep connection, as you do, Miss Charlene, with animals, we do see the perfection of God's creations. And as we're seeing the perfection of that in the dog, the cat, the horse, the squirrel, whatever animal it is that we've connected with, know that by having that connection, seeing the perfection of Creator's creation, divine creation, know that we're part of that as well. And as you can love that animal, please allow yourself to love yourself as a perfect creation of Creator, divine Creator. Um, they deserve unconditional love, and we deserve to give it to ourselves. We are perfect creations of God, of divine Creator, of Source. However, we want to refer to those energies that seem to be able to create such a wonderful body, environment, and way of life for all of us, whatever that degree is. So thank you, Miss Charlene. I love the head-to-head contact on this picture as well. Those of us that are really that are into energy and are wanting to experience connection, that's a beautiful way to do it. And we all know temperament of horses and other types of animals, and any animal, just as us, different temperament. But to allow someone to do that, there has to be a connection there. And that is energy soul to energy soul. It's possible, and we're all divine. We're in it together. So thank you, Miss Charlene. Okay, I think it's Michael. I'm sorry, I don't do great with names. Um, Michaele. I'm saying Michael. Micaiah. I don't know, I'm so sorry. But you know who you are, and Spirit knows who you are. We're all energetic beings. Okay. Michaela. I'm just going to keep that energy, looking at the name that is written down, and making sure that I'm not insulting anybody, because I truly connect with energy more than names. Even when I'm sharing messages, folks. Often I get the mannerisms of the individual coming through to give messages to. Not always names. So it's our energy that's what's most important. So the most powerful and highest message, please, that's meant for her today. Don't let anyone control you spiritually or in any other way. You are the master of your chart. I say journey. Um, it's another thing, perfect opportunity to encourage you. However you read it or you interpret any cards, messages that come through, words are not the most important. It's the meaning that you receive. Um, in this picture, I see the purple, and I'm being drawn to the picture to share more messages with you of knowing that there can be a lot of turmoil going on around you, that there's a lot of things pulling you in different directions, and often you're feeling like your life is controlling you. You're not controlling your life. And excuse me, control is a very interesting concept that we have here that's been given to us, and it's really a failing one, because there's no control meant to be over anything. There's meant to be our inner knowing of ourselves and what we can do in effect. And when we realize that we can only do that for ourselves, so it's doing it, it's not controlling it. We can't control what others do, they're doing it themselves. And allowing ourselves to stay within and knowing what is meant for us to have experiences with will always lead you in the right direction. Okay? And you are the master of what you decide to do. That's where that free will comes in. It really is all about allowing yourself to make the choices that are most powerful for you and for your best and highest good. And when you do that, you're never going to go wrong. You may find that your decisions cause others to have things that happen in their journey, but trust in design alignment. and what it is that you're supposed to be experiencing for you. And when you know you're making choices with the intention of only the best and highest good for yourself, know that whatever goes on around is for the best and highest good as well. And we can quiet that chaos that's going on around you where you're feeling you're being pulled everywhere. It really is up to you to be the master of ceremony of all that goes on and orchestrating it for yourself. You can do that. You are that divine being meant to do it for you. Okay. Miss Rebecca, thank you for being here. It's always such an honor to connect with your energy. There's a calmness and a loving and a sharing of you to those that you interact with. So thank you for being here, supporting me, and I ask Spirit to bring through the message that is for Miss Rebecca's best and highest good. When you get down, call on your angels, especially the thrones. They are the Mother God's army of protection, and the principalities who are Father God's army of protection. I I feel inspired to share beyond that message that um, this is such a beautiful card with such beautiful illustrations on it, and it's call on your angels is the what spirit has me focused on to share with you, Miss Rebecca. It's knowing that what you connect with in etheric energy is your point of connection, and call in the angels when you're feeling you need some support. Not just when we're down, not just when we're depressed, but when we're anxious, when we're feeling other energies affecting us, as Miss Rebecca is very able to connect with other people's energy. It can get a little overwhelming. Call on etheric creator of all and know that there isn't really a hierarchy, folks, in etheric as there is in life. But in life, we explain things in a way that is manageable and acceptable to all. So that's where hierarchy can come. But know that when you are asking for angels' helps, you are bringing in divine creation energy of all that is. Okay? But connect with that when you're feeling the need. Call it in. And I'm also being asked to verify the yes, you. Why not you? So many of us think, who am I to ask for help about this little old thing going on that I'm worried about? It's not a little old thing if you're worried about it and need help. It's always something that spirit will support you with. If you feel you need some help, you will receive help. Just ask. Okay? And that's for everyone that received that message in their own special way. So thank you, Miss Rebecca, for bringing that message through. And I'm also feeling that there's someone in the family for you, Miss Rebecca, that needs a card. So, and I love that after the shuffling, and the first card I was asked to is a previous card. This is to be shared with someone in your family. Don't let anyone control you spiritually or in any other way. You are the master of your journey. Um, this is recorded, so if you feel so compelled or inspired, if you could just share that with your family member, I know that you'll know exactly where to place that. And I thank Spirit for cutting in and bringing that message through. It's got to follow the guidance that I receive, and um, it's always for the best and highest good. So thank you, Miss Rebecca. Okay, this is for Miss Christy Marie. Thank you, Christy, for being here. You know, I really feel honored to be able to share messages with Spirit and bring encouragement to the world and love and light and only the best and highest good. It really is important that we all um, connect with. We are here to create an experience with what we desire. And when we do that, we truly, truly know that um, we are following our path. We may not understand it, and we're not going to always have the answers to the whys that are satisfactory, that make us feel okay about things, but we can trust all knowing because we're life, but we can always connect to it. So, Miss Christy Marie, thank you so much for joining me today and allowing me to share a message from Spirit. And I ask that the message that comes through is only for your best and highest good. Don't define yourself by your past or even your illness. You're in control of your life. Thank you for being here and asking for this message. I'm going to try to get it in the picture in focus for you. There we go. I see wings in the hand and the ability to fly above all that is. And I marvel, Bob and I watch the birds sometimes, and we just see that floating on the air and the allowance of wherever the current takes that bird. That's what I feel I'm being asked to share with you as an additional message to the card. Don't define yourself by here and now, what went on. When we put a label on things and call ourselves something or feel ourselves something or accept that we're something, then we're not open to being all that we can be. So when you ask someone, who are you, and that you start getting the roles instead of the inside stuff, you can tell that they're not connected with that. Who are you? Tell me about yourself. It's not meant to be started off with, wow, this has been going on for 20 years and that's been going on, and it's meant to be shared that I am a loving, trusting soul who gives of myself freely and trusts everyone. You are, again, the word control. You are the master of what goes on in your journey. You can be the orchestrator of what you allow to propel you on your journey. So it's not wipe everything away because all those experiences led you to today, but know that it is a clean slate today. Today is of your wanting, choosing, desire. So allow it and know that you can have the ability to do and be things that aren't included in what you already think you are. So open up to all that you're desiring, and you will find that nothing's going to stop you. I've worked with many folks with chronic things that find a way and are innovative, and you are one of them. So, Christy Marie, thank you for allowing that message to come through, and I hope it supports you in only the most positive ways. All right. Miss Rose, I feel that there's, a lot of pressure around you. You're feeling pressure even in a physical sense. So let's ask Spirit to share a message for your best and highest good today and see what comes forward for you. Plant silver columns of light around everyone who is negative. You will see the world gets brighter. Oh, I feel that was so perfect for you. I feel there is lots of energy that you could say it almost meets yours, and it's like boom, it booms you. I get boom, boom. And I love the way they're showing these the seashells and how they can look exactly the same yet different color and light and not light. And as I am always the advocate of, when there's light, there is no darkness. As you are bringing light and focused on that light and stay in that light, the beams of light around others will keep you from allowing that to sneak in. Now, earlier we talked about particles interacting with particles, and we are energy, and we do interact with others energetically without our awareness because it's energetic. But when the awareness is there, Rose, give yourself that grace of focus, of true confidence in knowing that nobody's going to pull you into their stuff unless you open that gate and allow them into the orchestra of your journey. Give them light. I always ask everyone to know that that is powerful. I know it sounds like, oh, it's just wishful thinking or looking at the world through rose colored glasses. It's truly not. Energy is energy, it can never be destroyed, it just changes form. So if I'm sending out good intentions to others, I know that it can form into something good for them to happen. It can support them in a good way in that moment that it's received. It doesn't just float off into nothing. Um, its thoughts are things, and they affect things. So allow others to have their experience, but allow yourself not to be pulled into it in a way that's negative. And you will see that it gets brighter because you're sending them that positivity. Plant silver columns of light. That's for those of us that are visual. If you're not visual, just think of it as energy. Think of it as um, something that you have seen that you can give yourself as a reference. Um, the boy in the bubble. I think it was John Travolta years ago in that movie. It's pretty interesting. He had an autoimmune disease that allowed him not to have the ability to fight off any kind of infection. So they put him in a bubble. And I know it's a long time ago. But that's another visual where you can just think of yourself as this bubble and allow what goes on around you. You can watch it and see it, but it doesn't come into you and affect you in a negative way. So I hope that was helpful to you, Rose. So many of us are having that surrounding of that confused energy, the negativity, um, the not certain of what's next. Well, even if we think we're certain, I just ask folks to realize that, nope. That's why we get those unexpected things pop up, and it's all in the way we receive them as to the experience that we have. Okay? So if you see it as a gift in disguise, it will be a gift. All right. Thank you, Leah, for being here. I got a beautiful message from Spirit coming your way. I ask for only the best and highest good for Miss Leah so that she can receive the guidance that she is most needing today for her highest good. This one is a fun one. You can spot dark entities because they act like they're never wrong and everything is about them. You don't need them in your life. This is a very blunt card, and Miss Sylvia Brown was known to be that. She brought it, she said it like it is sometimes. And I like the one eye in this picture. I'm connecting with the picture to share with you that it's the third eye that's drawing my attention, and it looks as if it's a peacock feather. That's a very symbolic thing as well for some. For others, it was brought through for a reason. I know it'll connect, but it is that third eye that allows you to feel and sense. And she refers to it as dark entities. I just refer to it as those vibrations that don't align with yours. When Spirit brings these messages through me, Miss Sylvia, thank you for sparking that this initial ability to bring this through. Is it's not about us or about anyone else's. Nothing wrong with anyone else's vibration. So, folks, let's hold on to that one. Okay, nobody's wrong in this world. We may not understand it. We may never understand it in life. But we are all here for a reason and a purpose. But that doesn't mean that they all need to be on our side of the pie. And they're not going to be. There are going to be souls that we connect with, that we engage, interact, experience, partner, love, that are not in alignment with our energy. They're what I call is on the other side of the pie. So we have a whole pie here of all variety, and I like to think of it as blueberries because you can put lots of blueberries in a pie. But those on one side of the pie are just as important as those on the other side of the pie. And even if we don't interact because we're very different, we're on different sides of the pie, doesn't mean we're not all important, because without the other side of the pie or our side of the pie, the more positive vibrations, there's not a whole pie. And this is a whole experience. So you can choose to not mingle with the other side of the pie. You can choose to realize that this is not a positive relationship, and you can release, and you can give grace and wish them well. And I know this is like the second time it's coming through. I'm being asked to be familiar, but if you could just look at that illustration once more, you will see that third eye. So not only are you seeing it in front of you, but you are sensing this as well. Trust that. And the shoulda, coulda, wouldas is it's not most important to run our journey here. It's what was provided by others that came before us and served purpose in their experience. Doesn't have to in ours. We are all individuals having our own experiences, and just because it's always been done that way doesn't mean it has to continue to be done that way. We can make choices. We are that master of the orchestra of our journey. Now, my last message today, I'm going to have to cut off after this one, is for my wonderful, loving husband. We just celebrated on Wednesday our 19th wedding anniversary. We like to make sure to say it's been 23 years altogether, but it's, at that 19th mark. And I had a friend say it was our lucky year. We were thinking, well, it's not like monumental in any books or anything, but my friend told us it's the 19th anniversary on the 19th of the month, so it's your lucky one. So we're going with that. I liked it. So this is our lucky year. I tried to get Bob to jump ahead and say we're in our 20th, but so blessed to have this man in my life and all that we've experienced together, and wanted, unwanted, ups and downs and all arounds, and wouldn't want to have done it with anyone else. So continue to the end of time for us is our intention, and asking Spirit to bring through a positive, meaningful message for Mr. Bob Crawford today, as he is my right hand in everything I do. I'm lefty. If you're worried about being on your spiritual track, don't be. Because the fact that you're thinking about it means that you're on the right path. This is a fun card. Let me show it to Mr. Bob. He's over here helping me so wonderfully. I love the steps in the sand, right? We often have sand, in the Footprints poem, and but I love to see that behind myself when I'm at the beach, when I'm leaving parts of myself, my energy in the sand. I was present. But just as quick as we leave it, it gets washed and we get a new. When we worry if we're doing the right thing, that's a bing, 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 red light, woo, like a blue light special at Kmart. It's knowing that if you're thinking about if you're on the right spiritual track, that means it's time for expansion, really, because you've gained comfort there, and now something new and more expansive is coming in. And it's, ooh, wait a minute, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. It's okay. That stuff doesn't feel good. Being intrigued, curious, exploring, expanding, Your spirituality will always bring you more peace and joy and love in your journey. And if you're worried if you're going in the right direction, that means you're going in the right direction so often, especially when that right direction is maybe new, not sure, but feels like the right way to go. I talk a lot about feel during my sessions, and you've noticed that, I'm sure, as I'm giving messages here. But feel is that connection. It doesn't have to be logical. You don't have to have a way of explaining it verbally. It's an inner knowing. And that is your divine being within the physical being, having the experience here, giving you guidance. Allow it. And, I know Bob's path in the last 23 years, and I know it's been expanding. And I know there gets to be times where there has to be growth, and it can be a little uncomfortable, uncertain. But no, there's always been support. There's always been signs. There's been guidance. There's been validation. And there's been things that have been given that are unavoidable. Like you can't walk around that one. You're going to experience it, and it's going to help you to grow in your connection with all that is. And I know Bob has had that experience. So thank you for bringing that message through and being here, Bob, and allowing that message to come through to those that connected with it. If you'd like to have a private session with me or book a party or perhaps slide into one of those mentoring slots that I have available, they do fill up. So there's two right now. DonnaMarieCrawford.com. You'll find the information all about my offerings and able to connect with me there. I even have a self booking calendar, so it's easy peasy. But I also have the group that's a private membership for those of us that are expanding our connection with intuition even more completely and fully together, and that you'll find at freetobepsychic.com. Thank you so much for your time today. If you wouldn't mind, and enjoy these lunchtime lives, follow me on Facebook on my videos, and you'll be notified when I go on. I am going to start doing some surprise pop-ons here and there. I've been inspired to do that, so allow yourself to follow me on Facebook, and as that unfolds, you'll be in for being here. And I really do honor spirit and all the messages that came through. I'm grateful for the guidance that was shared, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Have a blessed day, everybody. Thank you.